Nanaimo City Hall, Nanaimo, British Columbia. We got quite a big protest and counter-protest going on. Just flip the screen here, if I can. We'll just do it this way. So we got what's about half to 3/4 of the anti-trans, or sorry, not anti-trans, the trans right group, the Million Person March. People are on both sides of the road here. They're just about to start the march going on here. We've just basically seen a bunch of banter going on so far to start here, and I'm just going to move a little closer into the crowd here. I'm going to put my dog back in the car to start with here. We'll get a little different angle and see if I can change the camera angle here. As you can see, the march seems to just be starting there. Taking off the road. Come on, in the car. So, just gonna flip this back here. Why is my camera not changing? There we go. Okay. That is much better. So, Pickle, you gotta stay in my lap. And lots of police presence here today. Looks like the just gonna try and get myself back on the other side of the road here. Let's see if I can sneak in behind the LGBT side here. Realizing my stand isn't as sturdy as I'd like it to be, so I apologize if it's a little wobbly there. So it looks like we've divided into two groups here. On the far side of the street there seems to be the Million Person March people. Basically about 3 blocks long. It looks like about a block and a half on the counter-protester side. There's a little better view. You can see the start of the march is already on the other side of the street lights there. A little gap here, comes all the way back, halfway down the next block there. Let's see if I can cut in. The stick's a little too shaky for my liking here. I hear people honking here. Got support on both sides. Lots of bantering going back and forth. No place for hate in our schools. There's lots of banter from the one guy there in specific. So you got the march heading down into the city core. Just gonna see if I can get somebody to talk to here. Lots of police presence here. See, there's cars stacked down to the end of the street there. Any of you guys want to tell me why you're here today? No? Get out of here. Oh, he's very nice. Not so polite people. Hey guys, anyone want to tell me why you're here today?
I think the sign speaks for itself.
Okay, thank you. Just getting both perspectives. Oh, we got the CTV guy right in front of me. I can't remember his name. CTV cameraman. Fairly famous in Nanaimo. Well, this will be lovely. We're getting two groups are going to be crossed. Hey, CTV guy. So now we've got a march that is literally both sides mixed in with each other.
I agree. Everyone has the right to protest, and I applaud. What do you mean by that? I'm actually
You can see the march getting into the downtown core there. Both sides are really mixed in here. Seems like we got the Pride side going to the other side of the sidewalk now. Comments while you're here?
Boisterous.
Pardon me?
Who are
Not
you?
really the most boisterous.
Who are you?
Oh, my name's Trevor. I just do a YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm.
It's all about the kids.
Yeah, we're protecting our children as parents.
Yeah,
they're very
absolutely.
vulnerable and they're very impressionable. They're easily swayed.
Yeah.
And we just want to let everybody know this is nothing to do with hate. This is about us standing up for our parental rights to protect our children from the ideologies that permeate our culture today. We
Right.
like our kids to make up their own minds when they're old enough, and their brains are not developed until they're about 20 years old.
I understand that. So yesterday, BC Human Rights Commissioner Kasari Govinder made some comments about this being hate. Are the people putting on this being?
Of course he did.
It's a woman, but any thoughts on that? Like, did you hear about that yesterday?
I didn't hear about that. This is the hate. The idea that this is hateful is really just so out of context here. It has nothing to do with hate. In fact, we want to show our love and support to our children and the teachers that teach them. But there's a line that we draw, and the indoctrination just doesn't belong in the schools. So we just want to send that message loud and clear.
I appreciate that. I'm a parent as well. My kid identifies as being bisexual.
Okay.
Not so much into some of the other things that are getting said here, but I do have some concerns, like how much was this pushed on my child in school.
Right.
I feel like I'm cut out as a parent. In BC, we're one of the two provinces where as soon as a kid turns 13,
Right.
the school board starts to cut us off from what we get to know. And,
Exactly.
and that's part of what brings me out here is I have no hate for the Pride
No.
community whatsoever. Like I said, my own child is a part of it,
Yeah.
and I'm just concerned as a parent that I'm getting cut out of
Yeah.
things that are happening in my child's education.
Yeah. Our children don't belong to them.
You know?
Right?
That was great. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Appreciate it. All right, so we're heading up commercial street downtown Nanaimo now. Looks like we mostly got the Pride side on one side of the road and the Leave Our Kids Alone side on the other here. Just going to see if I can get some other people to talk to here.
Excuse me, folks, two are coming through. Excuse me, folks. Still two are coming through, everyone. Two are coming through. Thank you.
We got a tour going on here as well. These people are probably wondering what the hell's going on. We got these two sides going against each other here, and they're just trying to be tourists in our city. I'm just going to see if I can cross the road here, maybe get some perspective from the other side. So far they haven't been receptive to me. I hold no harm against them. Hey, can I ask you about your sign?
Sure.
Okay, so your sign says SOGI is suicide prevention. I just wondered if you could explain that for us a bit.
Yeah, so basically all the noise aside, what it all comes down to is the number one indicator of gender diverse suicide is whether or not they are heard and supported in the home and in their environments. That is the number one indicator. So any other noise you hear today, that's all that matters, is that we're here protecting trans kids' lives and that, or gender diverse kids' lives, because that's all that matters.
Right. So the other side is also telling me something similar, that they're here to protect the kids and whatnot. What do you think about that?
I think that it's very easy to shove the truth into a little box and move on from it, and that's how we end up with gender diverse suicides.
All right. Thanks a lot. I appreciate your time, man.
It takes me back to the 70s and 80s when we were out in the streets doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So there we have it. A little different perspective on the other side. Seem to be saying somewhat similar things here. It's just on a bit of a weird angle here. So I believe this is going back down towards Park Place Mall. People driving by honking, some with their pride flags and other flags from the pride community, as well as Canada flags across the other side. Just show, can't quite see the start of it here. Little gap there, little gap here again. I think it's pretty close to about 50-50. Here in Nanaimo, we're traditionally a socialist city. This is the riding that, I can't remember the NDP's name, late 70s, early 80s, Tommy Douglas, that's the one. This was Tommy Douglas's riding right here in Nanaimo. And Nanaimo's essentially been a NDP socialist community ever since. I've been here 20 years now, and I'm pretty sure we've had only NDP. So, didn't realize that we were heading down this way. So I'm guessing that we're going back to Terminal Ave and then turning back to get back to Nanaimo City Hall from there. How you doing, man? That's good. I'm actually specifically following the guy in front of me here. Kind of want to ask him some questions here.
Yeah, I guess.
We could walk in the bike lane.
Anti-fascist action. No, that's okay. Got any questions for, or can I ask a question of you? Yeah, just doing a live stream here. Hey, so I see you got the anti-fascist action flag there. How do you think that ties into the protests that are going on here today?
Yeah, so fascism scapegoats people, and it uses scapegoats in order to push some, like, militant oppression. And so anti-fascists are, fighting fascism. Self-explanatory.
Right.
So right now, so-called fascists, I mean, fascists
Sure.
and non-fascists alike, conservatives and stuff like that, are targeting trans people right now, and just all LGBT people in general. They're just being groomers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so, I want to dispel lies and protect my fellow human beings.
Right. So I've asked a few questions on the other side and this side as well. Both sides seem to say that they're protecting the kids. Any comment about,
The other side, they're not wanting to protect kids, they're wanting to have control of kids. They want to control their kids' identities, who we want to, stuff like that, just because it scares them.
Okay, sure. I'll certainly take that. I appreciate your time, buddy. So we're just moving back. We're going to be joining on both sides here. Kind of surprised the Pride side is joining back up here.
How's it going? Oh, hey, I didn't recognize you fast enough.
Just gonna do that. See if I can get back in, ask some questions on the leave our kids alone side. Oh, this is going to Swalana Park. If you can still hear me here, I maybe should distance myself from the speaker in front of me here. Some of these signs don't really make sense to me. Look at the one there. My child, their choice. Isn't that the trans rights equal human rights? Well, in this country, I believe we all have the same human rights here. Doesn't matter upon sexuality at this point. Let's see the start of the protest there, getting into the park. There's already a bunch of people waiting there as well. Looks like the crowd is going to grow in that sense. Some people chanting, "Leave our kids alone." I really want to catch up to that guy with the Canada flag here. He was bantering across the street when I was driving up. And had a hard time finding a parking spot. There's pretty limited parking down here in Nanaimo, downtown. To have an event like this is probably the biggest thing we had since the tent city. Two sides clashed downtown. I guess this is about 4 years ago now. So, I'll show you some perspective up top here. CTV guy. So for the most part, both sides just protesting their own. No side really getting into anything here other than some shouting back and forth. And so, let's see. I heard you bantering across the road there before. Mind if I ask a couple questions just to YouTube live stream? All right, we got this guy here with probably the biggest Canada flag out of the bunch here today. Yesterday, Kasari Govinder, the BC Human Rights Commissioner, said that the people that are
I don't have any comments on that
creating?
subject.
No?
Thanks,
All right. It's just the Human Rights Commissioner. You're not on camera anymore, but yeah, that's fine. He doesn't want to talk. Funny, he had all that bantering to yell across the road, and then just a simple question about what the BC Human Rights Commissioner said. This is the LGBT side of things. Probably 15 or 20 police officers right on the site here. Got a megaphone here on the pride side of things. A little hard to see there in the shadows there. Quite a lot of people for Nanaimo. This is quite a big thing here. A lot more people came out than I thought there was going to be. I was actually a little worried that both sides were going to be a little too small. Didn't leave myself enough time to look for parking. Wanted to start about 2-3 minutes earlier here, but here we are. Is that Cat Canada?
Yeah.
I recognized you with your glasses on.
Oh, sweet.
I'm heard with
Hi.
Trevor.
Hi.
Yeah, I follow you on Twitter there, X
Yeah.
as we call it now.
Yeah.
Mind if I ask a question for my live stream?
Sure.
So, flip this around here. That's the easiest way for me. So, yesterday, Kasari Govinder, the BC Human Rights Commissioner, said that the people that are organizing against the trans kids are hateful.
Uh-huh.
I just wondering what you thought about this coming right from the top of our Human Rights Commission, telling people like yourself to be hateful.
Well, first of all, I think they're the ones that are hateful because they hate parental rights. They hate my right to educate my child how I see fit. And yeah, I do hate their ideology that's confusing kids, causing themselves to mutilate themselves, become lifelong pharma patients, and possibly just sexless and inorgasmic for the rest of their lives. I don't think kids can consent to that. So I absolutely hate the ideology that is causing all the confusion for our minors.
Understood.
Yeah.
I got a child as well. I can certainly relate with that. Asked a bunch of questions for people on the other side, and they're basically taking the approach that the same approach where leave our kids alone kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're basically saying the same thing on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think it is that both sides can be saying such similar things on this topic?
Well, I just think the other side is confused about what's best for children. They want to ignore any evidence that suggests that transitioning doesn't alleviate suicide rates. In fact, it can increase the suicide rates. I think they're confused. I don't believe that I'm in the wrong for wanting my child to be as they were born. There's nothing wrong with being born how you were born. That side was telling us forever, be who you are, you were born this way. And now they're confusing kids and saying, no, you should have been born a different way. It's wrong how you're born. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I can certainly understand that. Yeah, I appreciate your time. I'm surprised I recognized you.
Cheers,
with
mate.
your
It's so
sunglasses
weird.
on.
More than two people have recognized me. I'm like, what?
Oh, that's it. You're far more famous than that, my friend. Take good care. Good seeing you.
You too.
All right. So that was the famous Cat Canada off of Twitter. Surprised I got to run into her. Just trying to see if I can find some other brave souls who would give us a few minutes. I don't believe that there's anything else that is going on here. Basically, I believe that there may be a speech at the end here, but that's going to be pretty much impossible to happen with the... Sorry, I'm sorry, guys. I totally lost my train of thought there. I just saw someone that I do not like particularly Might go up and ask them some questions in a bit here. Anyway, she wrote a pretty nasty email about me and got quite the response from a woman with her master's degree in social work. So, looks like the pride side of the thing has taken over the gazebo. Not sure why they're surrounding this woman here. That's kind of interesting. I think I want to talk to her first. Seems like they're trying to chase people away here, right, rather than have any kind of dialogue. Yeah.
I don't see a man for miles over there.
I'm a mom. Back it up. I'm a mom and I'm going to
We got to stand up here with Canada. I'm sure the lady on the other side here. Off the pride.
Someone getting yelled at. I think I'll stand by her. That's no good. Dude yelling at me.
Look at that. Cat Canada's resolved the situation for us. You don't need to be afraid of me. No space for hate. Protect queer kids. I really think I'm gonna have to move away for you guys to be able to hear this. I haven't heard anybody trying to get rid of queer people whatsoever. That's certainly the messaging coming from the pride side of things. My favorite narcissist is there with the megaphone. I say that sarcastically, of course.
My child, their choice. Wow. Let him drink. Let him smoke.
Here we see 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 police officers on duty. That's just on the one side. There's still numerous officers back on the other side there. Seen quite a few families out here. A little surprised in that. It is a school day. Not really seeing the children on the pride side of thing, but we'll leave our kids alone side. There's certainly a lot of people. So I'm just going to go up here so we can see the crowd a little bit better here. The pride side of things has taken over the gazebo, which I believe was where the leave our kids alone side was going to go and have a few words said. Now I'm not even sure if that's happening at this point. Quite a few people gathered in here.
And will continue to develop the most cisgender, transgender people.
Sorry guys, I'm having a hard time with reading the comments there. I see we've got a few people made some comments there. I'm really hoping people can hear this well. It is quite windy here today in Nanaimo. So of course the sound's not coming through as well. I need to get myself a clip or something for the microphone that's coming with this stand. Pornographic content doesn't belong in schools. Leave our kids alone. Some supporters there. I see an interesting sign there. No hate here. Sogi needs parental approval. No problem.
That's all I can do.
And seeing some families here. I don't want to record the kids too much here. Just want to point out that we do have families here as well. I was coming over to talk to her. I saw her organizing people there, but right when she came up, I just decided I'll just let her do her thing because she's trying to get a little more organization to the events here for the Leave Our Kids Alone side. Excuse me, can I ask you what brings you out here today?
I think it's obvious.
Yeah. So I see you got the Canada flag there. I've been asking people on both sides some questions today, and it seems like both sides are kind of saying, as you see the sign in front of us there, hands off our kids. How do you think it is that both sides can be saying the same type of rhetoric? How do you determine what side's right? Not sure?
One right side and one wrong side, man. You're on the right side.
Have a good day, buddy.
But they took our
Yes, it is true. The Pride side has taken the stage. Well, that's not very nice. I mean, I'd say the same thing if it was the Leave Our Parents side that came to counter protests and took away the stage where the rally's supposed to be. I'm not sure we're actually going to get any sort of speeches here with the stage being taken away. I don't believe there was too much planned, but outside the march itself, which obviously has brought out a lot of people here in Nanaimo, a small city, just about 100,000 people. And I was somewhat surprised to see this many people out during the day here in Nanaimo. It seems like a lot of the Leave Our Kids Alone side is standing back off to that side and then back out just behind those two tents there, and then on the gazebo itself here is where I believe that there was to be a speech, and now we've got the Pride side of things playing music and occupying the stage there. I'm not sure if this I'm assuming this protest was registered with the city. I don't know for certain though. However, if that's the case, and the plan was for the protesters to come into the gazebo and speak, then realistically the RCMP should be helping to get those people off the stage, but I don't think that we'll see anything like that from the RCMP here today. Just going to come in and get the protests here, counter-protesters, I should say. Alright guys, so I'm going to see if I can find one of those two people that I saw that I recognized as organizers here, and I just want to see if we can locate those two, and maybe we'll get at some questions as to what's going to end up happening here. See Check News here. Kendall Hansen, Check News. It's one of our local, it used to be owned by the same group that owns Global, but they did go independent of that. Here's some drumming, First Nations drum. Just want to get a little closer and see which side it is that's supporting it. Soviet needs parental approval. So this is clearly the Leave Our Kids Alone side. The circle around the two ladies there, the one with the First Nations drum. So it looks like somebody's getting the Leave Our Kids Alone side all back onto this side of the sidewalk here with the with the Pride side taking the gazebo there where this was ending up for the Leave Our Kids side. Now we've got the Leave Our Kids side over on this side of the sidewalk here, and just looking at this now, it's clearly larger on the Leave Our Kids Alone side of things. A good 60%, if not a little more even, appear to be on the Leave Our Kids Alone side. And basically that, the back half of this crowd is to Leave Our Kids Alone. Most of this, in this view, is the Protect Trans Kids side of things. And then, like I said, there's a much larger gathering on this side. It's probably even more than 60%, I'm just guessing here. I don't see the people that I knew were organizing this event, but I do see everybody's coming back over to this side here. So they're really getting some distance from the Protect Trans Kids side of things. Here we see everyone from the Leave Our Kids side alone gathering onto this side here. Start thinking of an excuse why you supported sterilizing children. Great question. Several Muslim women there in our protest here. Oh, made the mistake of wearing a hoodie on top of my t-shirt here. I'm just going to take a moment to get this off, guys. It's getting to be a bit much for me here. So I'm going to extend this out. So we got one of the organizers, she's asking two young girls about why they're here. We got some more young kids coming up here.
Gotta go to the pack meetings, guys. Gotta go to the pack meetings.
The lady here telling us we gotta go to our pack meetings. That's very true. Really doesn't matter, even if you're on the counter protest side. They really need a megaphone here on this side. There's,
person, and it was draw your private
no puberty blockers, no surgeries, parental rights. Take away sexual books. Yeah, I can agree with that. I don't understand. We got these books in our schools now they're depicting basically cartoon porn. I don't understand. Here in Nanaimo, kids as young as kindergarten can access these books, and there's certainly not a need for that for a 6-year-old to have access to child porn, or not child porn, sorry, it's not child porn, it's cartoon porn is what I meant to say. Hope the vendor's making some good cash today. Not too many other vendors. I got 2 others here. Might as well give them a little free advertising for 3 people watching right now. Most likely there'll be, I don't know, 100, maybe 200 at most. After hours kind of thing, once people are back home from work and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
Just circling the crowd. It's going to be too hard for you guys to hear it, even if I was up close there. We got a breeze going on here, and it's just too much noise from people talking amongst each other and moving around and whatnot.
I can do that for you when I'm out of here talking. I'm coming to let you know that time will happen.
You gotta destroy the future of Canada by this way.
Yeah, I already called.
I don't think you guys are going to be hearing this. There's too much other noise going on. Just try and bring some perspective to what's on both sides here. This first crowd here is the Leave Our Kids Alone, the protesters to this that created this event. Back on the other side there, it's a little bit of a mix at the start there, but then we've got the no hate for trans kids on the other side there. So just going to flip us back around here, guys. I'm going to wrap this up here. I don't think people are actually going to be able to hear what's being said in the interviews as well. The Pride side of things, they've got the megaphones going on there. Unfortunately, there's nothing on the Leave Our Kids Alone side that really help us hear what's going on there. I'm going to start heading back here, and I think I'm going to wrap this up at this point, guys. Thanks for those of you that did tune in here. I was hoping to get a couple more questions out of people, but I don't know, sort of got tired of it, to be honest. A few people didn't want to talk and whatnot, and I just wanted to get the feel of the situation. Didn't expect that there would be any real violence on either side of things. Totally expected arguments coming back and forth, which we did hear numerous times. Yeah, so there we have it. This is a 1 million person march in Nanaimo. Quite a big crowd came out for Nanaimo. Support on both sides. I used the number 60-40 earlier. Could have been a little bit more for the Leave Our Kids Alone side of things. But I do want to thank you guys for tuning in, and hope that you guys all have a great day there, and thanks for watching.